Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. We've got a dandy here in the Fight for the Fight Holiday Hoop Fest between the Lone Peak Knights and the Orem Tigers. Trevor Allen along here with you as we have two teams that are primed for a state tournament run in the state of Utah. And we'll go ahead and go through the starting lineups as we go through this one. Starting for the Lone Peak Knights, number 12, Sam Suarez. Number 1, Enoch Mitchell. Number 30 is Jackson Taylor. And number 2, Austin Simon. And number 15, Crew Fotheringham. And for the Orem Tigers, you've got Jax Allen, who's number 2. You got Riker Mickelson, number 4. Chance Dastrup, number 11. And then the former Lone Peak Knight, Chamberlain Burgess, starting as well. And number 21, Trey Hyatt. Chase Tavita is the head coach in his 3rd season for the Orem Tigers. And Robert Ross is in his 7th season for the Lone Peak Knights. Coming out in gold is the Orem Tigers. They will go left to right as you watch it here on KSLSports.com. And the Lone Peak Knights will be in the home white here at Pleasant Grove High School, and they will go right to left as you watch it here. Glad to have you along here. The final game on KSLSports.com before the Thanksgiving break in the moratorium. And Orem wins the tip. They go to Jax Allen down in the post. He kicks it out to Riker Mickelson for 3, no good. Rebounded by Burgess, outside to Jax Allen. And Chance Dastrup has it up at the top. He'll go over to the left side to Burgess, to Mickelson, down in the post to Hyatt. And it'll be deflected out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Orem Tigers on the baseline. To inbound is Dastrup. Go out to Mickelson. Now over to Jax Allen, the Utah State commit, guarded by Simon. Now we'll go to Hyatt. Over to Mickelson on the left wing. He'll go down into the post, and it's deflected off of Burgess, and it'll go out of bounds. Great defensive stop there by the Lone Peak Knights. Now here's Enoch Mitchell. He'll bring it up the floor. He'll get a screen from Suarez. He'll pump fake. Kick over to Crew Fotheringham, and he hits a 3-pointer, and that gets the Knights on the board first. Here's Allen. He'll go to Burgess. He'll fire for 3. Off the front of the iron. Rebound is back to Burgess. He fights for it, gets it to Dastrup. Lefty goes for 3, no good. Rebound by Hyatt on the offensive board. He'll put it up and in. First bucket of the night for Hyatt. And it's 3-2 Orem with 6:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Now here's Jackson Taylor. He'll go to Austin Simon. Mitchell, he'll fire right wing for 3. No good. Rebound by Allen. He's pushing up the floor. He'll kick it out to Mickelson in the corner. He'll drive in. He'll get it deflected, poked away, and taken away by Austin Simon, and the Knights are running. Here's Fotheringham to Enoch Mitchell. Mitchell comes off of a screen by Suarez. Go out to Taylor for 3. No good. Rebound by Allen once again, and here come the Tigers. He's being guarded full court by Simon. Now here's Dastrup. At the logo. Something you'll notice, there is not a 5-second closely guarded call on a live dribble anymore. It's a new rule in high school basketball. The count will only happen when they're not dribbling the ball and they're holding it and they're closely guarded. Found that out the hard way last week. Here's Dastrup to Jax Allen. He'll go into the post to Hyatt. Guarded by Suarez. He'll dip in, no good. Rebound by Taylor. Jackson Taylor, he'll get up to Crew Fotheringham. He'll drive with the left hand, kick out to Suarez. Stop and pop for three, no good. Dastrup on the rebound. He'll fire up the floor, weak side to Allen. He'll go up with the right hand, no good. It possibly deflected, and then it goes out of bounds, and it stays with Orem. Now here's Allen, out to Dastrup. He'll go inside to Burgess, the BYU commit, kicks out to Riker Mickelson for three. And not enough on that one, and it goes out of bounds, hit by the Tigers, and it'll go to Lone Peak. 4:57 to go here in the opening quarter. Glad to have you along here on Thanksgiving Eve. Here's Enoch Mitchell, guarded by Riker Mickelson. Go out to Simon. He'll pump fake, dip under, duck under, lays it up and in, and he fouled. What a bucket there by Austin Simon. And the foul will go on Chamberlain Burgess. And that's his first team foul on the Tigers. Chamberlain Burgess, transfer from Lone Peak, committed to play at BYU for Kevin Young and his dad, Chris Burgess, who's an assistant at BYU. Here is Dastrup, tries to go to Mickelson, and it's hit. And the officials are talking about it and say that it stays with Orem. So they'll inbound on the base with Dastrup. He'll go into Jax Allen, guarded there by Taylor in the post. Backs in, floats up with the right hand, and he's pushed. Couldn't get it to go, and he'll go to the line for two. It looks like the foul is on Jackson Taylor, and that's his first personal, second team foul on the Knights. Two free throws here for Allen. First one is good. Line up for the second one. It is up, and it's good. Substitution coming in for the Lone Peak Knights. That's Ty Cogswell. He'll come in for Suarez. Here's Mitchell, bringing it up the floor with the left-hand dribble. I'll cross back over as he's looking to set up the offense. Now over to Taylor. Some ball pressure there by Dastrup. Now over to Simon on the left side. Mitchell into the corner to Cogswell, who just checked in against Burgess. Good physical play down there in the post. He'll pump fake, he'll kick it out for three for Taylor with 8 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound by Hyatt and Burgess. Burgess kicks it out to Mickelson. Here's Dastrup as they look to set it up now. Both teams playing man-to-man defense. Go inside to Hyatt, out to Burgess. He'll pump fake, drive right on the base. Goes up, deflected, loose ball, and he gets it to go anyway. Chamberlain Burgess. And that gives Orem a 6-5 lead with 3:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Simon. Out to Cogswell, angle three, off the front of the iron, grabs his own rebound, goes into the lane, and they call a blocking foul. And Cogswell's going to go to the line for a pair of free throws. And I believe the foul is on Dastrup. I think he tried taking the charge, and it is. And that's his first personal, second team foul. And Cogswell, who just checked in a few moments ago, will go to the line for two. Knocks down the first one, and two more subs coming in, one for each team. Coming in for the Knights, number 32, Logan Brimhall. He'll come in for Mitchell, and Riker Mickelson will come out of the game. And number 1, Troy Kafusi will check in. Cogswell, he'll get the rebound after the missed free throw. To Brimhall, out to Taylor. Taylor to Simon. Fakes the dribble handoff and keeps it. Goes over to Taylor, swings it to Fotheringham. He'll fire again. Got it. Second three-pointer of the night for Crew Fotheringham. And Lone Peak back on top, 9-6. Here's Allen to Burgess. A great offensive foul. That's a good call right there. He was set as Burgess came into the paint. Fotheringham with a great defensive play there for the Knights. And that'll be the second foul on Chamberlain Burgess. Not good to have him in foul trouble. But this is a pretty deep Orem team where you could probably afford it. Checking in is Kai Wesley, the standout tight end for Orem. He's getting looked at by teams like Utah. I know when I was calling a few Orem games during the season, he was getting visits. He was visiting Utah as Fotheringham, back-to-back buckets for him, and gives the Knights an 11-6 lead. Here's Jax Allen. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. We don't have the clock up on the screen, but I'll be sure to keep you informed on the time throughout the broadcast. Cross court, here's Allen for three, got it! The Utah State commit gets it to go and pulls the Tigers within two, 11-9. With 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. There's Fotheringham, guarded by Hyatt. Just going one-on-one. Again, there's no 5-second closely guarded on a live dribble. Here's Cogswell. Was trying to look for Brimhall, couldn't. Now there's Fotheringham over to Simon. Simon, step back, jumper, no good. Brimhall trying to get the offensive rebound. He does secure it, and he'll bring it out. Fotheringham once again for three, got it! That's 3 triples on the night for Fotheringham, and it's 14-9. He has 11 of Lone Peak's 14 points. Kafusi to Jax Allen. Telling Kai Wesley to clear out. Being guarded by Brimhall. Heard a little bit of a slap there, but I guess not to play on. Goes into Hyatt, as there's a loose ball, and it goes to Lone Peak. Riker Mickelson will check back in for Orem as Jace Tavita's lighting up his team right now. He's done a great job in his third season at Orem, a team that is going to be contending for a 5A state title. And Lone Peak contending for a 6A. Checking in is Drew Toulson for Lone Peak. And number 43, that's Camden Broadhead. Here's Brimhall. Off of a screen from Cogswell. Goes back to Mitchell. Mitchell drives along the base. He's stuck. Looking for his teammate. Tries to go to Broadhead. He reaches up and gets it. Pump fake in the corner by Toulson. He'll fire for three. No good. Rebound by Kai Wesley, and there's a loose ball foul. And that is going to be on number 32, Logan Brimhall. That's his first personal, third team foul. With 27.2 seconds left, shot clock's turned off. Now here's Mickelson to Allen. Fires over to Kafusi. He'll fire for three, gets it to go with 15 seconds on the clock. 14-12, Lone Peak with the lead, 10 seconds now. Now it's down to 7, telling them to go. Here's Mitchell. Fire out, three, Cogswell, no good. Rebound by Allen, and that'll do it. Through the first quarter of play, Lone Peak Knights have a 14-12 lead. We will take a step aside and be back with the second quarter here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Pleasant Grove High School, part of Five for the Fight Holiday Hoop Fest. Trevor Allen here with you. The Lone Peak Knights have a 14-12 lead over the Orem Tigers. A big quarter for Crew Fotheringham. For Lone Peak, he scored 11 points, including 3 3-pointers in that opening quarter. And it's been Jax Allen who's been playing well for Orem. And now here's Austin Simon for Lone Peak. To Mitchell. Back to Simon. Mitchell, back to Simon again. Trying to get a back screen there and couldn't get it. Now he's coming off of it. Trying to get something for Crew Fotheringham. Can't get it. Here's Mitchell. Now here's Suarez, who just checked back in. And he's going to throw it into the backcourt. And that's a backcourt violation. Not the way you want to start the second quarter if you're Lone Peak. Orem last night coming off of a big 42-41 win over Sierra Canyon from California. And if you're thinking, yeah, that actually sounds a little bit familiar, Bryce James now plays for Sierra Canyon. He didn't play last night. He was hurt. But according to a source, he had a big, giant chain on the bench. A big gold chain. And yes, his dad is LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. But still, a big win for Orem. Like I said, this team is deep. And just to get even Chamberlain Burgess in from Lone Peak to play on this team makes them a state contender for sure. Here's Dastrup. Pump fake to Allen. He goes in, lays it up with the right hand, and got it to go. And there's a flopping warning. That's on Jackson Taylor. It's actually been a point of emphasis this year is the flop warning. So you get one flop warning, and then after that it turns into a team technical. So not a player technical, it's for the team. So if there's another flop warning for Lone Peak at all, it'll result in a team technical foul. Trying to avoid the flop. And Jax Allen just rips it away from Mitchell, and he lays it up and in, and that gives Orem the lead. 16-14 as they put on a press. Here's Mitchell, take it away, on the floor. Goes to Fotheringham, and they're trying to trap him in the corner. Great ball defense there by Orem. And Coach Tavita wants a traveling call. Now here's Fotheringham. Goes into Taylor, out to Simon, pump fakes. Spins to his left, he's fouled as he goes in. Kai Wesley got his hand caught in the cookie jar. And will send Simon to the foul line. And that'll be the first foul on Kai Wesley. And that's the first team foul of the quarter. First free throw is good by Simon. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. And trying to bring in a sub. Almost got called for a technical. But Mitchell will come out and Toulson will come in. And the free throw is good. Now here is Kai Wesley, goes into the paint. Oh, and goes way too strong on that one. And it's rebounded by Suarez. Here comes Jackson Taylor. Now to Fotheringham across the front court. It's on the right side, being guarded by Kafusi. To Simon. He'll go into the paint, middle drive, lay it up. Too strong on that one. And Jax Allen on the rebound. He'll kick it up to Dastrup. In the corner, Kafusi, three, no good. And it's deflected around, and it stays with Orem. Ooh. Thought it might have gone off of Lone Peak. Again, I'm up here though. I'm not gonna speculate. Although the official is coming in, maybe he'll change the call. Nope, he's not. Maybe just telling them to tuck in their jerseys. Dastrup out to Mickelson, who had a great football season. As to Kai Wesley, here's Jax Allen. He'll right hand hook shot up and in. And that gives Orem the lead back, 18-16. There's Cogswell. We'll go to Simon. Back to Fotheringham. Now here's Jackson Taylor on the left side. Back to Toolson. Drew gives it to Fotheringham at the top of the key. We'll try and step back, no good. Here's Simon. Now in the post, here's Taylor. Guarded by Dastrup, kicks out, shot clock at 1. Fotheringham's got to let it go, he doesn't, and neither does Simon. That's a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Orem Tigers. So Orem to inbound. Coming in is number 32, Logan Brimhall. And coming out of the game will be Jackson Taylor. Here's Trey Hyatt for Orem. Out to Jax Allen on the right side. Now to Dastrup as they set things back up. Go into Hyatt. Goes into the post, right-handed hook, good over Fotheringham. What an old school play there by Trey Hyatt. And Orem has a 4-point lead. And almost taken away by Riker Mickelson. Now here's Drew Toolson for 3, too strong. Rebounded by Jax Allen. He's just got a nose for the ball. As he comes down the lane, hands it off to Trey Hyatt, up and in. Right-handed layup on the left side. Drew Toolson turns it over. Here's Riker Mickelson to Jax Allen. He'll pump fake, go up, and he's fouled. The bucket and the foul. And the foul will go on Crew Fotheringham. And the Tigers are on an 8-0 run. And a timeout taken here by Lone Peak. We will keep it right here. What a run right there, and a lot of it was just putting on the press. And Orem was taking advantage of it. Now to go over the early season results for these teams. This is only the third game for Lone Peak. And they are 2-0. Taylor had 26 points in their 73-67 win on the road against Cottonwood, who was the 4A runner-up last year. And then in their win against Alta on Monday here at Pleasant Grove, part of the Fight for the Fight Hoop Fest, Fotheringham had 23 points in their 68-48 win over the Hawks. And then coming up next, they will take on Harriman in the Tournament of Champions on Thursday, December 5th. Now, for Orem, they picked up a win against Judge Memorial, the defending 3A champs, at home, 56-42, with Trey Hyatt and Chamberlain Burgess each dropping 12 points apiece. They also beat the defending 4A champion Layton Christian Academy on the road, 68-55, where Jax Allen and Chamberlain Burgess had 19 points apiece. And then obviously their win last night against Sierra Canyon, 42-41, here at Pleasant Grove. Riker Mickelson had 12 points. Jax Allen had 10. Coming up next for the Tigers, they will take on Kahuku, Hawaii at home on Thursday at 5 o'clock or at 7 o'clock. And you'll see that game here on KSLSports.com. Coming out of the timeout, free throw is good by Allen. Here's Crew Fotheringham. Mid-range jumper, no good. And Drew Toolson just goes in and snatches it. Out to Fotheringham for 3. Couldn't get that one to go. Riker Mickelson collects the rebound, and they're running. Mickelson, he'll hand it over to Dastrup. Kind of caught in the air. Hyatt, he'll pump fake a 3 over to Allen on the right side. Allen, one of the top players in the state this year. This game is full of top talent. That's for sure. Here's Hyatt. Poked away by Cogswell. He'll go up with the right hand off the glass and in. He's just got those post moves on lockdown right now. And the biggest lead continues to extend for Orem as they are on an 11-0 run. 27-16 with 3:30 to go here in the first half. And stolen away. Here's Jax Allen to Dastrup on the run. 2-on-1 to Hyatt. He'll lay it up and in. Trey Hyatt having himself a game. And they're keeping that press going. It looks like a 2-2-1 press. And it's the 29-16 lead for Orem. Hand it to Simon, mid-range jumper over Burgess, no good. Rebound by Burgess, and he's gonna roll out on his own, and he's gonna throw it down with 2 hands. Chamberlain Burgess with the run out and another timeout by Lone Peak. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here once again. 2:59 to go, and it's a 15-0 run for the Lone Peak Knights. Or for the Orem Tigers, excuse me. What a play. The minute that Orem put on that press, Lone Peak hasn't been able to solve it. They've been able to get their hands in the passing lanes. They've been able to get rebounds, and they're scoring in the paint. They haven't hit many threes on this run. It's been and ones, it's been getting in the lane, it's been layups, it's been hook shots, it's been post moves. It's been great old school basketball from Orem. And for the Tigers, they've got some solid talent. Jax Allen's a senior. Troy Kafusi, who's number 1, who's already appeared in the game, he's a freshman. So he's got a big career ahead of him. Riker Mickelson's a senior. Dastrup's a senior. And Burgess is a senior. And basically 4 of these guys are going to go play college ball for Orem, 4 of the 5 starters. As they keep putting on the press, trying to trap corners. Here's Simon as he barely crosses the line before the 10 seconds comes up. And Simon Hill go into the lane, right-hand layup, and they finally stop the bleeding. 31-18 now. And Lone Peak now comes out in a full court press. Here's Allen. Goes inside to Hyatt, no help side there. And he lays it up and in, Trey Hyatt. So Fotheringham to Jackson, he stolen by Jax Allen. Here's Mickelson, floater in the lane, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound by Dastrup. He'll take a deep 3, got it. Chance Dastrup from downtown. And it's an 18-point lead and another steal. Here goes Mickelson. Corner 3 to Jax Allen, no good. Mickelson on the board, puts it up, no good. Burgess fights for the rebound, he gets the offensive board and fouled. Lone Peak doesn't seem to have any answers right now for what Orem's throwing at him. It is some good basketball, and Lone Peak is a very good basketball team. They've just got to weather this storm. Crew Fotheringham will come out, and so will Logan Brimhall and Austin Simon. Maybe sending a message here if you're Coach Ross. Because in a time where you should probably be trying to get back into this game, putting in some subs as Cole Canton comes in. Burgess fires for 3, got it. The hoop is as big as the ocean right now for the Orem Tigers. And they have a 21-point lead with just over 90 seconds to go here in the half. Here's Canton in the lane, no good, too strong. Fought for, picked up by Riker Mickelson. He'll go to Dastrup, who will kick it out. Oh, try to get it to Hyatt. It's a little too high. Here's Mitchell. Pump fake, and he's fouled. Could have been called for a travel, but there was a push right there, so I agree with that call. And that's only the second team foul on Orem. Looks like we got a foul as we update the score here. And at the foul line is Enoch Mitchell. First free throw is good. Austin Simon will come back in, and so will Crew Fotheringham. And it looks like Fotheringham's going to check in for Mitchell after the free throw. And Simon will come in for Jackson Taylor. And the free throw is good. And here's Fotheringham coming back into the game for the Lone Peak Knights. 1:09 to go here in the first half. It's a 39-20 lead for Orem. And here in the game is number 5, Will Rasmussen. I think he plays defensive back for football as well. Solid DB. He's in the game. And here's Burgess, pump fake. He'll go into the lane, right hand. No good. Mickelson on the offensive board. Puts it up and in. Riker Mickelson. And it's 41-20 with under a minute to go here in the half. Now here's Suarez. Go out to Broadhead. To Fotheringham, pump fakes. He'll drive with the left hand. Goes into Broadhead, guarded by Mickelson in the paint, foul line high. Goes to Catton. It's taken away by Mickelson. He's out on the run. They don't have numbers, but they go to Hyatt for 3 on the left angle. Got it! Trey Hyatt from downtown. And it's a 24-point lead with 15 seconds left. Clock is running. They'll hold for the last shot. Shot clock is off. Will Rasmussen guarding Simon. He'll go into the paint. Up and under. No good. Rebound by Burgess. Out to Catton for 3 at the buzzer. Got it. Cole Catton for 3. And that brings him to within 21. So through 2 quarters of play. Go ahead and update the score here for you. Through one half of play, Lone Peak trailing Orem 44-23. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we will be back with second half action in about 8 minutes. Welcome back to Pleasant Grove High School on the Rewind Sports Network. Trevor Allen here with you as the Orem Tigers have a 44-23 lead over the Lone Peak Knights as we're about to start the second half here in the Fight for the Fight Holiday Hoop Fest. And it was a close first quarter, and then Orem decided to put on a 2-2-1 full court press, and that just broke the Knights. They had a hard time getting shots up, and Orem, I think, went on, I think it was like a 15-0 run, and was able to break this game open. And a lot of that was just getting steals in the backcourt, or, you know, taking advantage of the sloppy turnovers by Lone Peak. But now the Knights have had a whole halftime to talk about it, make adjustments, and we'll see what they do here as they come out here to start the third quarter. They come out with Crew Fotheringham, Ty Cogswell, Logan Brimhall, Austin Simon, and Enoch Mitchell. And for the Tigers, they've got Chance Dastrup, Trey Hyatt, Chamberlain Burgess, Jax Allen, and Riker Mickelson. It'll be Orem ball as they go right to left as you watch it here on KSLSports.com. And a foul on Austin Simon. And Coach Ross wants a flop.
That was starting number 2, Austin Simon is second, he first.
Looks like a little off-ball nudging between Simon and Dastrup, but here's Burgess. He'll go back to Dastrup, tries to go inside to Burgess, taken away by Brimhall. He'll go to Mitchell. Over to Simon. He'll fire for 3. Got it. Good start there for Lone Peak. 44-26 now as we're 30 seconds into the quarter. And here's Allen. Kicks to Burgess. He'll go up and he's fouled. That was a pretty hard foul too, but nothing egregious. As Burgess will go to the line. I believe the foul will be on Brimhall. as the officials are talking to players. One talking to Riker Mickelson and one talking to Chance Dastrup. Tigers look like they have that old Lakers like font look, would you say? Yeah, a little bit. It kind of looks like the old Showtime Lakers. Could be Eye of the Tiger too, yeah, as Austin says. Who's doing a great job on camera, by the way. As the free throw is good. And it's 46-26 now for Orem. Here's Simon with 16 on the shot clock. He'll take it again. Now here's Fotheringham. As the guards cross, he'll pop over Mickelson, gets it to go. That's his fourth triple of the night. Crew Fotheringham, and it's a 17-point deficit for Lone Peak as they put on a full court press. Here's Hyatt with 3 in the backcourt. Here's Allen now. He's going to cross the timeline. He'll go around Brimhall, go into the lane, put it up, and was tipped in by Burgess, but obviously that won't count, and he'll go to the line. The Utah State commit for 2 free throws. A couple other commits. I'm not sure where Riker Mickelson's going, but Chance Dastrup committed to Long Beach State, and Chamberlain Burgess is going to BYU. And obviously Jax Allen going to Utah State up in Logan as he gets the first free throw to go. Free throw is up, no good. Mitchell on the rebound. Guarded by Allen. Mitchell, he'll kick out to Simon. Simon deflected as he goes up. Coach Ross wants a foul, but it'll be out of bounds, baseline. Now to Cogswell. Against Hyatt, hook, off the front, too short. And Hyatt is now a jump ball. And alternating possession will go to Lone Peak. And looks like they're gonna, are they talking about the shot clock? I think they are. Yeah, they're saying that it shouldn't have reset. But it was a violation. Oh, well, it's only 2 seconds. Here's Fotheringham. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Here's Fotheringham against Mickelson. He'll fade back at the foul line. Oh, in and out. Rebounded by Burgess. And he is met by 3 undersized, at least compared to him, Lone Peak Knights, and he's fouled. Foul will be on Enoch Mitchell. That's his second personal, and 14 foul on Lone Peak. Orem hasn't committed a foul yet in the quarter. But the Knights are coming out more aggressive, which is, I'm sure, is what Coach Ross wanted to see. Allen, he'll go in the lane off the glass. Almost a putback dunk by Burgess. He'll go up with the right-hand hook. No good. Rebound by Cogswell, and he travels. Got to take that dribble before you take that step. And Cogswell will come out. Coming in is number 43, Camden Broadhead. For the Knights, who are looking to start 3-0. Someone's getting their first loss tonight. Here's Jax Allen. Right angle 3, no good. Broadhead tips it to Simon. Fotheringham tips it to Simon. Simon against Dastrup. Those two have been going at it a little bit here tonight. at least early in the third quarter. And that foul is on Dastrup. That's his second. And the first team foul on Orem. And now here's Simon. Goes into the lane. Jax Allen picks him up. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Broadhead's calling for it, and he gets it to Simon. Comes around a screen. 23 on the shot clock. Here's Brimhall. He'll go up. Right hand. Good off the glass as Dastrup tried to poke from behind and was not successful. Now to Mickelson. 3, Jax Allen. Front of the iron, no good. Trey Hyatt on the board. He'll go up in traffic, no good. Fotheringham on the rebound. He'll go to Broadhead. He'll go up, and he's blocked, but he's fouled as well. That could have been a very nice block. I'll look to our cameraman, Austin. Was that a block or a foul? I think it was 50-50. I think it was. Austin and I are going to agree on that. I think it could have been a no call, but it also could have been a foul. So I think either way, there shouldn't be any complaints. Coach Tavita said it was a block, and obviously Coach Ross is happy with the call, so someone's not going to be happy about that. That's all. Either way, Broadhead goes to the line for 2. And he gets it up and in on the first one. It's 47-32 with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter. Second free throw for Broadhead. In and out. And rebounded by Brimhall as it went through Kai Wesley, who just checked in and went through his hands. And Crew Fotheringham, stop and pop, mid-range, gets it to go. Just like that, Lone Peak back within 13. And a timeout called by Coach Tavita. And it looks like it's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. A quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more here from Lone Peak, or from Pleasant Grove. Welcome back to Pleasant Grove High School, part of Fight for the Fight Holiday Hoop Fest here on Thanksgiving Eve. Trevor Allen here with you. Got a couple of helpers as well. We'll give a shout out to Parker and Elijah, who's been on the scoreboard tonight. So if it messes up, it's their fault. And we have our cameraman, Austin, always does a great job here on the Rewind Sports Network. And we thank you for tuning in, and happy holidays to you and yours, wherever you're watching tonight, on KSLSports.com or the KSL Sports app or the KSL Plus app. 47-34 lead for Orem. And here's Dastrup. He'll go to Hyatt. Dastrup. It goes through Hyatt's legs. Brimhall goes over the top of him, and it goes out of bounds. Hey, they're just scrappy. They're just going for a loose ball. Let them play. Even though Brimhall basically sat on Hyatt. But hey, play on. It's high school basketball. Let's go.
Basket score for 21,
And now Orem with the 49-34 lead as Simon goes off the glass, and good for Lone Peak. And off and running are the Tigers, and Jax Allen down the lane with a two-headed flush. Ball comes out of the net, and they just run the floor. And there was no one stopping Jax Allen. As it's now 51-36. Brimhall loses it, and Dastrup has it. He's going down the floor. Here's Allen. He'll drive into the lane, kick out. Kafusi, corner 3, no good. Rebound by Broadhead, and it's tipped off. It was tipped by Hyatt, went off of Broadhead and out of bounds, and it'll stay with Orem. And Coach Ross is probably going to get him out of the game. Cogswell, no, they're actually going to take out Logan Brimhall as Ty Cogswell checks back in. Allen tries to go into hide in the post, and it's deflected. And it's going to go to Lone Peak as it goes off the foot of Troy Kafusi, the freshman. Checking in is Chamberlain Burgess. He'll come in for Hyatt, who deserves some much-needed rest. He's been working hard in the post. 51-36 is our score. 2:52 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Simon as they take their time setting up their offense. Out to Cogswell at the top of the arc. He'll DHO with Fotheringham. Step back, turn around, no good. And it's fought for. Burgess, last one to touch it, and it stays with Lone Peak. You can probably imagine that a lot of the offense is going to start going through Crew Fotheringham if they want a chance. He scored 11 points of Lone Peak's 14 in the opening quarter. Now here's Enoch Mitchell. Broadhead to Fotheringham. Goes to Cogswell. Short corner. Kicks out for three to Simon. Rolls out. And Burgess is on the board. And he's hit from behind by Cogswell. I believe it's on Cogswell. It is. And that'll be the second team, or fifth team foul on Lone Peak. That'll put Orem at the line for the rest of the quarter as they're in the bonus.
That's his first.
First free throw is good.
At the line number 20, Burgess.
And Burgess, the second free throw is up and good. Back to a 17-point lead for Orem. As Mitchell comes into the front court. Guarded by Burgess. Here's Simon. He'll drive. Turn around, jumper. No good. Burgess had it, lost it. Had it, lost it again, and now here's Dastrup. He'll kick back to a trailing Burgess, and he's fouled as he goes into the lane. Not a foul you want to give up if you're Lone Peak. As through behind to the trailer in traffic, and then you just manage to run into him. It's tough. It's tough to see as a coach. As Burgess back to the line again. Second consecutive trip. And the first one is up and good. Can stretch this out to a 19-point lead if he knocks down the next one. Riker Mickelson will come in for Jax Allen. I don't think Allen is sat until now. I don't think he has. Could be wrong, though, as the second free throw is missed by Burgess. And here is Mitchell setting up the offense. Fires out deep three. No good there by Jackson Taylor. And here's Dastrup on the left side. He'll kick out in the corner to Mickelson. He'll stop, short corner jumper. No good. Burgess, offensive rebound. And it is physical down in the post. You'll love to see it. And here's Burgess once again, picks it up and lays it up and in. And it's back to a 20-point lead. There's Fotheringham, fires for three, catches, shoot, got it. I think that's his fifth triple of the night for Fotheringham. Brings it back to 17 with just under 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Here's Burgess, DHO with dribble handoff with Dastrup. He'll go into the lane and he's fouled by Toulson. Drew Toulson will pick up the foul. I believe that's his first. It is. And they stay in the bonus. So Dastrup will go to the line.
Fouls charging number 5, Drew Toolson.
Number 4, Skylar Andrioli is going to check in for Lone Peak along with Sam Suarez. And then I believe Hyatt checked in for Orem. Coming in for Kafusi. And the free throw is good. Back to a 19-point lead, 35.2 on the clock. So a 0.2 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Toulson. He'll fire to Andrioli. To Suarez. He'll get an open layup and good. Sam Suarez. Now with 18 seconds, shot clock's turned off. Here's Burgess. And he throws it right to Suarez. Was trying to go to Hyatt. And then Dastrup fouls Andrioli. That's only the third team foul on Orem. And Will Rasmussen's going to check in for Burgess, which is smart because I think he has 3 fouls. And that is the 3rd foul on Dastrup. Now with 9 seconds to go, here's Fotheringham with Hyatt guarding him. He'll stop and pop over Hyatt for 3, no good. Rebound by Andrioli, he'll fire from the short corner, no good. Suarez fights for the rebound, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. Through 3, the Orem Tigers, 58. The Lone Peak Knights, 41. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes here from Pleasant Grove High School here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the 4th quarter here from Pleasant Grove High School in the Fight for the Fight Holiday Hoop Fest. Trevor Allen here with you as we get ready to start the 4th quarter here. I believe Orem's biggest lead was, 22. And the Knights were able to trim it to within 13. And now it's back up to 17 with 58-41. And it looks like it's going to be Orem ball coming out of the break. Some standouts. I would say you got to give it to Crew Fotheringham for Lone Peak. He has shot the ball very well. I think he's hit 5 3-pointers. And for Orem, it's been Trey Hyatt, Chamberlain Burgess, and Jax Allen. As Hyatt, right on cue, had the great post move. Great little shimmy fake. Goes too hard off the iron. Now here's Burgess as we're 20 seconds into the quarter. He'll go against Mickelson. Tried to go into Cogswell, and it's taken away by Burgess, and then Burgess gives it right back to Simon. Cogswell to a slashing Simon, throws it off the glass and in with the layup. Nice pass there. Little give and go action. Now here's Burgess for 3. Got it. Kid can shoot it. And that brings the lead back to 18 for Orem. Here's Fotheringham guarded by Mickelson. And Simon get a little tangled up there with Hyatt. As now Mitchell will go in against Hyatt, puts it off the glass too hard. And here comes Dastrup on the run. He'll go into the paint, lost control as he was getting into the paint. Goes out to Mickelson. Now to Allen in the left angle. He'll go reverse layup, no good. Burgess put back, no good. Gets his own rebound and then taken away by Simon. And a foul there by Mickelson as Coach Tavita tells him, slow it down. Guys are playing fast, and they are. But when they're spacing out, when they're out on the run, they're dangerous. They play a very good pace of basketball. Here's Simon. There's Burgess, or Fotheringham, excuse me. And 3-pointer by Jackson Taylor is good. A little bit of contact, but he gets it to go anyway. And that brings it to 15. Here's Allen, 2-on-1. He'll go into the lane and blocked by Cogswell. What a block. But then they say it stays with Orem. I thought it went off of Jax Allen. But the ref was right there. I don't know. That's why I don't officiate. Here's Dastrup on the inbound. To Mickelson near half court. Dastrup will take it at the Viking logo. Guarded by Simon. Comes around to Hyatt's screen. And once again, goes into the lane against Cogswell. Lays it up, too short. Hyatt with the putback, no good, and then gets it again and puts it up and in. Just not enough bodies down in the paint for Lone Peak. And then the press, once again, Allen takes it, floats it up and in. And just like that, it's a 19-point game. And Dastrup picks up the steal. Back to Mickelson, too strong on that layup. And here comes Mitchell. He'll go up, too short, no good. Burgess fires out to Allen. 1-on-2, and he'll float it up anyway over Fotheringham, gets it to go. And now it's back to a 21-point lead for Orem with just under 5 to go here in the game. Here's Simon. Here's Fotheringham, guarded by Mickelson again. And as Mickelson and Jackson Taylor collide, they're going to call that foul on Mickelson. That's his second team foul for Orem, and Coach DeVito wants a timeout. With 4:41 to go, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Coming up next for these two teams, for Orem, they will take on Kahuku, Hawaii, coming to Orem next Thursday. I don't know why you would want to come to Utah in December when you're from Hawaii. Just saying. I love Utah, but my goodness, living in Hawaii, you want to come into the winter and potential snow. And you will see that game here on the Rewind Sports Network next Thursday. For Lone Peak, they will take on Harriman, another 6A contender, in the Tournament of Champions on Thursday, December 5th. Coming out here for Orem will be Troy Kafusi, Chamberlain Burgess, Jax Allen, Riker Mickelson, and Trey Hyatt. For Lone Peak will be Jackson Taylor, Austin Simon, Crew Fotheringham, Logan Brimhall, and Sam Suarez. Here's Taylor. Now kick out to Brimhall, tries to go to Suarez, and it's taken away by Hyatt. Good hands there. Now here's Kafusi being guarded by Suarez. Freshman being pressured by a senior. And again, there's no 5-second call. If you're wondering on a live dribble, it's a new rule this year in high school basketball. As Burgess fires over, in and out. Rebounded by Mickelson. He'll drop it up and in. And that extends the lead to 23. I believe it's the biggest lead of the night for Orem. If not, it's pretty close. With 3:40 to go here in the game. Here's Simon. Guarded by Kafusi. Out to Brimhall. Here's Simon. He'll fake, go out to Fotheringham. Crew, step back, three, with 3 on the shot clock, no good. Suarez, fighting for the rebound with Jax Allen. And it's taken away. And a 3-pointer for Simon, no good. Brimhall on the offensive board to Jackson Taylor, and he'll put it up and in. 69-48 now is the score. Now here's Kafusi for three. No good. Tipped. Jackson Allen takes it and then gives it to Austin Simon. Simon. Great pass to Logan Brimhall. And a timeout taken by Coach Ross. 2:49 to go. We'll see what looks like they are going to call a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Pleasant Grove High School. 2:49 to go here in the ball game. Orem with a 69-50 lead over Lone Peak. It was the lead got out of hand for Orem or for Lone Peak when in that second quarter when Orem put on a press, and they've only been able to get to within 13. Here's Allen, guarded by Andrioli. I'll go to Dastrup. He'll lob it up to Burgess, too high though. Probably thought he was a 7-footer on that one, but he's not. He's listed at 6'9". 2.5 to go here in the game. Here's Simon. He'll go into the paint. Met by Burgess, and Dastrup got his hand caught in the cookie jar. He doesn't like the call, but I thought it was a foul. And I think that is 5 fouls on Dastrup. So that'll end his night a little early. And the Orem faithful chanting, "We want Bentley." They're talking about Bentley Farnsworth. As Broadhead is met with Burgess, and they call a jump ball. And it'll stay with Lone Peak. But Riker Mickelson checked in for Dastrup, who fouled out. And that's the 13th foul on Orem. And losing out of bounds is Lone Peak. And, they actually say it went off of an Orem player's leg. I couldn't see it. And it did. We got confirmation. I'm saying Austin should probably be a referee in basketball. Make it happen. Here's Cole Kenton, who just checked in. Here's Andrioli. To Brimhall. Fire over to Broadhead. Kick out. Canton for three. Got it. That's his second one of the night. And now it's a 16-point lead with just under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Here's Mickelson. To Burgess. Corner three. No good. Rebound by Kai Wesley. And he's fouled. That'll be the first team foul on Lone Peak. This might be the last game for Fight for the Fight Hoop Fest, as we enter the moratorium beginning tomorrow, where teams cannot play or practice. And it's taken away here by Jax Allen. Going up against Andrioli, and they're going to say no and one. He is fouled, but it'll be on the ground. And they will inbound baseline, I believe, because of the foul. And good little hands contest right down in the paint with Jax Allen and Logan Brimhall. Kafusi coming off the screen for three, no good. Allen on the rebound, and he'll take his time as we approach the 1 minute mark of the game. A good win here for Orem. And you got to be proud of the fight for Lone Peak, getting the game to within 13 as we hit the 1 minute mark. Allen, he'll float it up. No good. He's fouled once again, and he'll go to the line. Oh, they're going to say it's on the ground again. Okay. 55.6 seconds left. And that foul is on Brimhall. That's his third. Each team with 3 fouls. As Ken's on the floor, fighting with it. He's got 3 Orem guys with him. And now they call a jump ball, and that'll go with Orem. So once again, Orem finding a way to keep possession. And Kafusi got the ball as he was coming from out of bounds. That is a violation. Go to Lone Peak. 46 seconds left. 69-53 is our score. Here's Fotheringham, guarded by Allen. And nearly lost it out of bounds. He's now getting trapped. Almost taken away. Here's Andrioli. He'll lay it up, and good. Now here's Burgess. And Coach DeVita is going to call a timeout. It's a full timeout. And we'll go ahead and take one more timeout. We'll be back with the final 17.2 after this. Final 17.2 seconds left here in the game. As Lone Peak trailing Orem 69-55, excuse me. The Tigers will improve to 4-0. Lone Peak will drop to 2-1. Here's Burgess. He'll go to Kafusi. And Burgess with an alley-oop layup gets it to go. Nice pass there from Troy Kafusi. And that will do it. Final score here for Pleasant Grove. Orem Tigers 71. The Lone Peak Knights 55. Give our player of the game. It's hard to give it to just one. I felt like Jax Allen probably had the best game out of everyone, but you could give it to Chamberlain Burgess. You can give it to Chance Dastrup. You can give it to Trey Hyatt. But I felt like Jax Allen was all over the place on the boards. Defensive end, he did a really good job. And he made some really nice shots down the stretch. Well, that'll do it here. Big thank you to Parker and Elijah for keeping score. For my man Austin on camera, I'm Trevor Allen. Once again, final score 71-55. Orem with the win. Thank you for watching, and have a happy Thanksgiving from the Rewind Sports Network. Good night.